Go by yourself. You're overreacting, my husband shouted as I begged him to stay while I was in labor with our baby. Instead, he drove off to celebrate his mother's birthday. I gave birth without him by my side. 2 days later, he rushed into my hospital room expecting forgiveness. But one look around left him pale, speechless, and wishing he had never walked away. What happened next changed all of our lives forever. Go by yourself. You're overreacting, my husband shouted while I was in labor with his child. Then he left me at the hospital and drove to his mother's birthday party. My name is Sarah. I was 39 weeks pregnant when my contractions started just after sunrise. Brandon drove me to the hospital. He didn't hold my hand. He didn't tell me to breathe. He complained the entire way. Can't this wait a few hours? My mom's dinner is tonight. At every red light, he texted her. I saw one message over his shoulder. Almost done here. Save me a seat. Done. Like I was an errand. I laughed at first because I thought it had to be a joke. It wasn't. At the front desk, he gave my name, then asked the receptionist how long first babies usually take. She blinked at him. Sir, that's not how this works. The nurse checked me and said the words every first time mom waits to hear. You're in active labor. This baby is coming today. Brandon sighed, loud, like a teenager asked to take out the trash. My mom has been planning this dinner for weeks. Another contraction rolled through me. I grabbed his sleeve. Please, don't leave me. He pulled his arm away. Sarah, you're overreacting. Women give birth every day. The nurse went still. She stared at him like he'd grown a second head. Sir, your wife is progressing quickly. She needs support. Brandon picked up his keys. My mother only turned 60 once. My chest caved in. This is your son, I whispered. Go have the baby, he said. I'll meet him later. Then he walked out of the delivery room and never looked back. The nurse squeezed my shoulder. You won't do this alone. She called my emergency contact herself. 25 minutes later, my dad Robert came through that door with my little sister Emma right behind him. Dad wrapped his arms around me. I've got you. For 6 hours, they never left. Emma held my hand through every contraction and counted my breathing out loud. Dad paced the hallway, checking the door every time it opened. Somewhere around hour 4, Emma's phone buzzed. She tried to flip it over. Too late. I saw it. Brandon's mother had posted photos from the party. There he was, my husband, party hat, champagne glass, head tipped back, laughing. While I was screaming through contractions, he was singing happy birthday. Then a text popped up from his mother, sent to me. Stop being dramatic. First babies take forever. He'll get there. Emma shut the phone off. At 7:42 that evening, my son Noah was born. The nurse laid him on my chest, and nothing else existed. He had my nose, a full head of dark hair, and no idea his father had chosen cake over him. I waited for a call. Nothing. I waited for a text. Nothing. Brandon never asked if his son was alive. Not that night. Not the next morning. His mother posted a video of him giving a toast. That he found time for. Visitors came. My aunt, my neighbor, a college friend with balloons. Everyone showed up except my husband. A nurse asked if she should call him with an update. I said, he knows where we are. So the next morning, while Noah slept on my chest, I made one phone call. When it ended, I handed the phone to my dad. He made 3 more calls. Quiet ones. Out in the hallway with the door closed. Emma left the hospital for 2 hours. She came back with a thick folder and said absolutely nothing. None of us discussed it. We just got ready. One nurse noticed. She brought me extra apple juice, leaned in, and whispered, good for you, honey. 2 days after Noah was born, I was packing my bag to go home, dressing my son in the little coming home outfit his father had never once asked to see. The door opened. Slow. Brandon stepped in holding gas station flowers and wearing a careful little smile. Hey, he said softly. Congratulations. Congratulations. Like a coworker. Like a stranger in an elevator. Then his eyes moved around the room. My father stood beside Noah's bassinet. Next to him stood 2 attorneys in dark suits, and on the bedside table sat a thick stack of documents with Brandon's name printed across the first page. Dad looked him dead in the eye and said, we've been waiting for you. Full story on channel, link below.
You can now check part 2 by pressing share then more.